Fat to Fit, day 159, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions because I got a lot of news to cover today. I got a lot of good news, but I also got some bad news as well, unfortunately. First thing we got to go through is I cheated on my diet today by about 1,000 calories. That's a big shame. We had to reset the streak today. That sucks. I was hoping to hit day 21 today for a 3-week streak. I was pretty hyped about that, but I cheated by about 1,000 calories. It's a shame. I considered maybe like trying to transition it into tomorrow and then just only eat like 600 calories tomorrow or something like that, but that would be kind of ridiculous. It is what it is. I can't change it. It's already happened, so I'm just going to do it better tomorrow. This isn't going to be a trend. And really, it's probably going to set us back like a day max. That's probably like my maintenance calories anyway, honestly. So this isn't going to put a big dent into our weight loss at all. It is just a momentary setback, but the worst thing is that we had to reset the streak, which really sucks. I'm going to try and work on that again, obviously. Another thing is that I am still quite sick. My throat is extremely sore, so I'll probably be drinking a lot of Gatorade every now and again throughout this video to try and moisten up my throat. It is quite dry, so I did not get very good sleep last night either because I kept waking up from, the feeling in my throat. So what I would do is I would, chug a bunch of warm water, basically. I put a bunch of warm water in a thermos. I would chug a bunch of warm water to try and, get it, moistened back up. Then I'd go take a shower to kind of relax myself and, try and break up all the crap that's in my lungs. I think I have some kind of lung infection. I've been coughing up a bunch of mucus and stuff. It's like brownish. I don't want to get too in depth, but it's not very fun. I've not been having a very good day today, but only the first, 2/3 of this day sucked, okay? The last third of the day was actually pretty good. I got quite a few things done, and I actually got a lot of good news. So this is far from a feel-bad video. This is actually going to be a pretty good video, in my opinion. I'm quite satisfied with the day, other than the 1,000 calories over the limit. That sucks, but like I said, I can't change it. It is what it is. I'll just do better tomorrow. I'm not going to let it freak me out. This isn't going to be a pattern. We're chilling. I'm still very motivated. So first bit of good news is I weighed in this morning at 178.6 pounds. I am only 0.6 pounds away from building this bad boy. We're only 0.6 pounds away. I think we're going to hit it in the next 3 days max. I think by day 182, I'm going to have this thing built. I'm very excited. I'm going to show it off in the video. I'm going to be very, very proud. It's going to be pretty sweet. So things are going pretty well in that department. I got about 6 hours of sleep this morning, kind of more than I was expecting, to be honest, but I'm running on fumes a little bit. I can't really get that much sleep because I kept waking up from my throat. I can't really sleep in because I wake up in the morning, my throat's on fire, so I'm not going to go to sleep again after that. It sucks. It is what it is. I'll deal with it. It's not horrible. It is messing with my sleep, though, for sure. Another bit of good news is that I actually exercised today as well. I did some weightlifting, and I'll get into that momentarily, but I had 5 grams of creatine today, as always. I had 3/4 of a gallon of water yesterday. I had about 3/4 of a gallon today. I had about 3/4 of the gallon today, so I'm going to finish that bad boy off. That's going to be pretty good. As I said, it's in my lungs. It's definitely some kind of infection in my lungs, I think. Every so often I'll and then get it all out. I'm good though. I'm good. I can handle sore throats. It's like I said before, it's headaches that I can't handle. I don't have a headache, so I'm chilling. I had that water. Here's the exercise I did today. I did a little bit of running around with Pokemon Go. I didn't do too much today. I've been mainly only driving around to do that stuff, and I've been doing a little bit of walking here and there, not too much. I've been letting my sunburn heal, which, let's get an update on the sunburn. My skin is peeling. That's a recent development. It actually isn't painful at all. Quite the opposite. My sunburn is way better now, so it's not painful at all anymore. The sunburn has pretty much been eliminated for the most part. Now it's just, aesthetics, which I kind of like. I feel like it kind of accentuates my shoulders a bit more. As long as I hide up my love handles, this part of my body is probably the one to look at, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty happy with that. And the peeling, I don't really care about the peeling. Who cares? Whatever. I was bench pressing, and I got up from the bench, and I saw a bunch of dead skin from my back on the bench. So that was kind of funny. But anyways, I did that Pokemon Go. I did overhead press with 5 sets of 12 reps with 40 pounds on it. Next week, I'll up that to 42.5 pounds. So I'll put, 1.25 pounds on each side of the bar. raise that up a little bit. I could do a little more for sure. Bench press, I was not able to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to do 5 sets of 12, 105 pounds. I was only able to do 4 sets of that, and even that was quite difficult. So we're gonna bring that back down from 105 pounds to 95 pounds next time we bench for 5 sets of 12 reps. Again, I do a 2-minute rest between all these sets. But that's it for the exercise today. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. After I did that, I felt much better. Most of today, I honestly felt like crap. I just felt like nothing was really piquing my interest, you know. Like, I was just kind of perpetually bored today, feeling like crap, and I didn't really enjoy it at all. Then I went in the hot tub for a little bit to try and break up the stuff in my lungs a little bit. I drank a bunch of warm water, and then I spent a little while reading to kind of calm myself down and try to relax a little bit. And then after that, I was able to exercise, and I felt much better after that. So the day definitely improved past that point. I'm very glad I got some exercise in. That was a very good decision. I'm going to try and exercise again tomorrow if I can manage it. If it's cardio, it hurts my throat more, obviously, so I'm only going to do like a mile tomorrow. Today, it didn't really affect my throat too much because it was just like muscular endurance training, so that doesn't really get my breath moving too much. It's mainly just me trying to kind of, hold it. Like, it's not that really that big of a deal. But yeah, so what else is there? Sorry, this isn't the best video, but I'm doing my best, okay? Unfortunately, like I said, I did cheat on my diet today. Here's what I had. I had 2,570 calories of food with 143 grams of protein. I had eaten all my stuff, and then I basically kind of freaked out and then binge ate like really quick. I had a bunch of little things. I'll get into it. First off, I had a bunch of ice cream and syrup for 915 calories with 14 grams of protein. I had gotten back from doing Pokemon. I was kind of overheated, so. And I was also making chicken as well. I cooked all the chicken. So I was basically thinking in my head like, okay, if I finish off this ice cream, I could balance that out a little bit with the chicken and actually get a pretty good amount of protein in today and still eat this ice cream and still, enjoy it because it's delicious and I'm hot. So I did that. That was a mistake. That's probably a big reason why I, ate too much today. Live and learn. Obviously that was a stupid decision, but it is what it is. It's in the past now. So, I had the ice cream and some syrup. That was 915 calories, 14 grams of protein. I had some chicken and some A1 steak sauce. I had some chicken. That was 615 calories, 114 grams of protein. I grilled it up again. Lemon juice. That Flavor Bomb burger seasoning. I love that stuff. It's pretty good. I liked it. I burnt some of it though, so I cut a lot of the burnt pieces off and fed it to the dog. But I had some almond milk that was 60 calories with 2 grams of protein. This is when I had finished my calories for the day. It took me a little while, like a few hours after that is when I cheated. After that, I had 3 granola bars. That was 300 calories, 3 grams of protein. I had some peanut butter crackers, 200 calories, 4 grams of protein. I had some chocolate chips. That was 160 calories, 2 grams of protein. And then I had some regular chips, which was 320 calories, 4 grams of protein. So all in all today, I had 2,570 calories of food with 143 grams of protein. Day 0 of the streak, unfortunately. That sucks. We'll make up for it tomorrow. We're not going to eat less tomorrow. I mean, we're going to, eat normally tomorrow. I'm not going to let this make me freak out, whatever. But tomorrow I plan on jogging a mile if I'm up for it. And I'll do 4 sets of 25 push-ups again if I'm up for it. So, sorry, I need a little more. So, as for media I consumed, I played a little bit of Minecraft. I thought that I would enjoy that, but I really didn't. I was even bored then. That kind of sucked, honestly. I played some Pirates as well. I played Pokemon Go. That was somewhat fun. Then I went in the hot tub. I read for a little while. That kind of made me feel a bit better. Last night I watched the movie Snatch. I didn't think it was very good, to be honest. I was a little disappointed by that one. And that's basically it, honestly. Apparently, there's this big thing going on with Nintendo right now, which is kind of funny. They're doing the Switch 2, and it looks awful. Like a bunch of, they're trying to charge you $1 million for all these random features that are 20 years in the past. Like they invented their own version of Skype or Discord, and it shows the gameplay from other people, and it's 5 frames per second, and then you can pay more to get like 20 frames per second or something insane like that. And it's like, why? Like, this is 2025. What are you doing? Um, Nintendo, maybe a Nintendo got me sick. Nintendo's trying to silence me, but basically this company is like 20 years in the past. I don't know why people even buy their products, honestly. No offense to Nintendo fans, but like, what are you doing? Like, um, but I don't really need to participate in this boycott. Luckily, I haven't bought any Nintendo products since I bought my Nintendo DSi. That's the last Nintendo product I bought. So I'm not really a consumer of theirs, but I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was kind of funny. Like, what are these guys doing? Like, apparently their console now is like 1080p now. I think before it was like 720 or something. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. Lots of weird stuff going on with Nintendo. That was pretty. If you want a good laugh, I would look into that stuff. That's pretty crazy. But that's basically it for today. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for the longer video than usual. Sorry I cheated today. It is what it is. I was really disappointed about that, and it was a bad decision. I kind of just freaked out and then started eating because I just kind of felt bad today. I had a lot of strong urges today to eat, and I held them off for a little while, but I eventually did give in, which is a shame. But I've been having a lot of urges recently as well because it's like when I am actually losing weight again, the urges to eat get stronger because I am actually burning fat and my body is telling me eat, eat, eat. And I've been doing pretty well up until this point. I think I will do well after this as well. So this isn't the end or whatever. I'm quite confident we're going to bounce right back from this. This is a little momentary lapse in judgment. That sucks, but we'll make up for it tomorrow. It's really not that big a deal. It's really just that the number on the here has changed. Like, that's really the main deal. But thank you all for watching. Your mother is so fat that she doesn't need the internet because she's already worldwide. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.